This is an updated podcast. And first, I want to say, welcome back, beautiful souls. I'm glad you're here. And I want to talk about something very personal to me, and that is DNA remembrance and spiritual awakening. This is part 1 of 2 because there is no way I can put all of this into one episode and give it the space it deserves. I also have the full written blog post available. If you want it, check it out in the description below. Go to the website, check it out, read through the signs slowly, journal on them, or just sit with what resonates. But before I get into this, I want to say something clearly. Please do not ignore your health. Don't do that. And I say this because some of the things I talk about in this episode can also be connected to medical, emotional, mental, or physical health issues. So if something is happening in your body and you are concerned, please seek professional advice. Go to the doctor, rule things out, and do your research. Ask questions and take care of yourself. I am sharing from my own personal experiences, and these are things I went through, things I questioned, things I searched for answers about, and things I later understood as part of my own DNA remembrance activation. So, take what resonates and leave what does not click, what does not sit right, and always use discernment. Now, one of the biggest things I want to say before I even get into the signs is this. Do not resist your awakening. Do not resist your remembrance. When something inside of you starts shifting, resisting it can make the process so much harder. Sometimes we want to hold on to who we were because it feels familiar. We want to hold on to old beliefs, old people, old habits, old versions of ourselves, because at least we knew how to survive there. But when your spirit starts remembering, when your body starts speaking, when your soul starts waking up, you're not meant to keep forcing yourself into the same box. You are being asked to let go of limitations. You're being asked to listen deeper. And sometimes that process is beautiful, but sometimes it is very uncomfortable. And one of the first signs I want to talk about is reading and learning. Now, for me, reading started to feel like breathing. It was not just reading a book. It felt like I was remembering something. I was taking information in, but also like some part of me already knew it. You may have been someone who hated reading before. You may have struggled with it. You may have avoided books, avoided learning, or felt like certain information was just too much to handle. You couldn't comprehend it. But then suddenly something changes in you. You feel hungry to learn. You want books, you want knowledge, you want answers. You want to understand the body, the spirit, the mind, energy, healing, history, and the world, the stars, all of it. And the strange part is this. When you read certain things, they do not always feel new. They feel familiar. It feels like something inside of you says, yeah, I know this. That's why I call it remembrance. Because sometimes awakening is not about becoming something new. Sometimes it's about remembering what was always inside of you. It was always there. And another sign is knowing things. This is also called claircognizance, which means clear knowing. You may not know how you know something, but you just know. And there's no long explanation for this. There's no proof that you can hand someone. There's no step-by-step reason you can give. It's just a knowing inside of you. You know it to be your truth. It's bigger than believing. It's more than believing. It's your truth. And this can be frustrating because other people may not understand it. I know they didn't when I was trying to tell people and going through all this stuff. They may even want you to explain yourself. They may want facts, logic, or reasons. But deep down, something in you feels like fire. You know what you feel. You know what you sense. You know something is not right or something is true, even when the world around you is saying something different. That kind of knowing can feel lonely at times because you may not always be able to explain it in a way people understand. But when your DNA is remembering, your inner knowing can get louder. Your intuition can become stronger. And you begin to trust that there is intelligence within you that does not always speak in words. But I want to talk about the body now, because spiritual awakening is not something that just happens in the mind. It can happen through the body too. One experience I had was cold night sweats, waking up in the middle of the night soaked, cold, uncomfortable, and confused. And again, this is why I say please rule out medical reasons. Don't just assume everything is spiritual. Please take care of your human body. But for me, after years of looking for answers and not getting answers, I began to understand that some of what I was experiencing was connected to my own activation process. And another body sign is vibrations. You may feel vibrations through the body. For me, I felt them mainly around my root chakra. And while it could feel random, that is, it could feel faint, almost like something is happening at a distance inside the body. It can even feel calming. I actually enjoyed it. Something was trying to get your attention. That's just the best way I can explain it. It feels like the body is speaking, but not in the way we were taught to listen. And another thing I noticed was eyesight changes. Your vision may feel off. It may come and go. You may try to read something and it looks blurry, but at the same time, you can still see clearly. It's a strange experience because it can feel like your eyes are adjusting between worlds. Again, check your health. Get your eyes checked if you need to. But I do want to talk about it because it was part of my experience. And I know I'm not the only one who has felt the body shift in ways that are hard to explain. Another sign is becoming more emotional and more sensitive, but I want to go back to the eyesight. I went to the doctor and my eyesight improved, so please go get checked. If it improved, you may be activated. That's all I have to say. But pushing along with another sign is being more emotional and more sensitive. This is a big one. You may find yourself crying more easily. You may feel joy more deeply. You may feel love for animals, insects, nature, people, or all beings in a way that feels intense. For instance, something as simply as seeing a bee can make your heart open. You may even cry. You may feel like the lid has been taken off your heart. And when that happens, emotions move differently. You may have rapid mood changes. One moment you feel complete joy, and the next moment you feel everything so deeply that you need to cry. This does not mean something is wrong with you. Sometimes it means your heart is opening. Sometimes it means you are feeling again. Sometimes it means the numbness is leaving. And when you have spent a lifetime surviving, like a lot of us, feeling can feel overwhelming at first. But I enjoyed it. I embraced it. For some reason, I felt comfortable with all this going on because I knew something deeper was happening and I was being guided. Now, another part of awakening that people do not always talk about is relationships. When you begin to remember who you are, certain people may no longer feel good to be around. You may start noticing who drains you. You may no longer tolerate the same conversations, the same drama, the same energy, and the same patterns. This does not mean you think you are better than anyone. It has nothing to do with that. It means your spirit is becoming more sensitive to what is aligned and what is not. You may drift away from people you once thought were always going to be in your life. And it's not just shocking to you, it's shocking to them, of course, but to you, you're thinking to yourself, what the hell is going on? But something inside of you is okay with it. So you may even drift away from people you once thought will always be in your life. You may no longer desire the same things they desire. You may not want to gossip. You may not want to sit in chaos. You may not want to be around people who feed off drama. And this can feel painful because awakening makes you feel like you are losing people sometimes. But if you have the understanding, on a deeper level, you'll be okay with it. But sometimes you're not losing people. You're finding yourself. And another sign is your taste and smell changes. You may suddenly smell chemicals in food and drinks, and foods you used to love may taste strange. Textures may bother you. Certain things may feel gross in your mouth or heavy in your body. And then something like fruit may taste so sweet, almost like candy. The body starts to remember and asking for something different. It starts rejecting what no longer feels natural to it. It's all about frequencies. You are raising your frequency. And everything has a specific frequency, including food. And this can also happen with food you ate your whole life. One day your body may say, no, I don't want this anymore. That's what happened to me with alcohol. One day I woke up and I just didn't want it anymore. No desire. I don't even miss it. And the thing is, you have to listen. And another powerful sign is the need to unlearn. Now, this one goes deep. You may start questioning everything. Why do I think like this? Why do I believe this? Who taught me this? Was this belief ever mine? Why am I thinking so ugly? Who am I to judge? Who cares how they look? Why am I thinking this way? And you may start looking back at childhood and realizing how many things were placed on you. All the no's, all the limitations, all the things you were told you could not do, all the things you were told not to question. And then something in you starts wanting to do the things your younger self wanted to do. You want to explore, you want to create, you want to learn. You want to become free from thoughts and beliefs that were never yours to begin with. That is part of remembrance too. Because sometimes before you can remember who you are, you have to unlearn who they told you to be. And the last sign I want to talk about in part 1 is a floaty body feeling. This one can feel very, very strange. It can feel like you are here, but you're not fully here. Like your body is light. Like you're between worlds. Like something about your energy is not fully grounded. I remember having an experience while driving where I almost turned the wrong way on the road twice during the same trip. There was no logical reason for it. It frightened me because I did not understand why it was happening. And a friend later told me I was just ungrounded. And looking back, that makes sense to me. Sometimes when you are opening spiritually, you also have to learn how to ground yourself physically. You still have to be in the body. You still have to be present. You still have to care for your human experience. This is why awakening is not just about opening up. It's also about learning how to stay balanced while you open. So in the first part, I want to talk about the signs that can show up in the mind, the body, the emotions, the senses, and your relationships. The hunger to read, the clear knowing, the cold sweats, the body vibrations, the eyesight changes, the emotions, the relationship shifts, the changes in taste and smell, the need to unlearn, the floaty, ungrounded feeling. If any of this resonated with you, I want you to sit with it gently. Do not panic. Do not force meaning into everything. Just observe. Everything comes to you in divine timing, but just ask yourself, what is my body showing me? What am I being asked to release? What am I remembering? What am I no longer able to pretend is okay? And in part 2, I will go deeper into more spiritual experiences, the unseen, electrical experiences, psychic and healing gifts, visitors, past lives, hermit mode, self-awareness, and healing as a love language. The full written blog is also available. Again, if you want to read through it, the signs slowly and sit with the information is in the description below. Well, not in the description below. You can go to the website and you can check it out. But until then, be gentle with yourself. Do not resist your awakening, but also stay grounded, take care of your body, and use wisdom on your journey. And always use discernment and journal. Please journal everything. I wish somebody had told me a long time ago when I first started to journal. You can help so many people. You can help yourself. You can write a book. You can start a blog, a podcast. You could do everything with that journal. And if you like, check out the journals that are in the description below, the store. And I think that's about it. So part 2 will be coming up pretty soon, as this is also an updated version because the other version was horrifically recorded. All right? I don't have anybody helping me. I had to learn how to do all this stuff on my own. And to all women, if you would like to be part of the meditation, it's only 1 minute a day for right now. Go ahead and email me and type in the subject line circle. And another update I want to tell everyone is the show is now called DNA Remembrance with Rheanna Aivy because it just fits better. And until next time, thank you and have a beautiful, beautiful experience.